Another good week. So looking forward to the opportunity to get on the plane and go down and see what we do. This will be a big challenge for us up front, I think, on offense and defense. And excited about the opportunity, and we'll see how she rolls. But like I said, it's been a good week of practice, and these kids are ready to go.
Gary, what's Derek Tyndall's situation this week? I think that was one.
He is practiced and wants to play, which is a credit to him. And the kids on the team have been absolutely fantastic with him, and I'm sure he's going to have his ups and downs as we go through this process with him, but it's important to him to get on that airplane, and we're going to definitely allow him that opportunity.
Do you have any concerns? I mean, he's 18 years old.
Yeah.
That's not an easy thing to have to deal with, that he may not be as sharp as normal.
I have a lot of concerns, not so much on the football field if he has an opportunity to play, but just, going through that at that young of age. I think we can all imagine it's a very trying time, to say the least. And my number one goal is to support him, just like I told his mom when we recruited him, that we'd be there for him to take care of him, and we will be, and we'll give him whatever he needs to, fight through this. And he's a tough-minded young kid that's battling right now, but battling very tough.
Spent a little more time around the linebacker group this year. What makes that core so special?
I think they're a group that's anxious to learn and apply what they learn on the practice field and in the meeting rooms to the field. I think they've done a good job with that. They're tight-knit. If I just put it in a nutshell, I'd say their drive to get better on and off the field is very, very impressive. And the communication has been good for them the last couple of weeks in games, which has helped them.
Have you ever heard them refer to themselves as the Chevy Bad Boys? About that? Maybe you're not around.
I've never heard that. So interesting.
You said after Saturday, in terms of the passing game, that the receivers want to make the plays, the quarterbacks want to, and they work on that in practice. And how's that been this week?
Well, yeah, I think we're trying to make strides, but the key is it's one thing to practice it and be successful. It's another thing to be able to get into a game and be able to function at a high level, which you have to in this conference if you're going to have success in any area of the football game. So. I'm excited to see what another week's done. See if we can make some plays in the throw game to loosen up those teams. We're going to need it this week. I'm just going to say that right out of the gate. If we can line up in there and just pound against Purdue, it's going to be tough sledding, because I have a lot of respect for their front seven on defense, and they're going to load you up in the box, and we've got to be able to throw the ball down the field successfully to have a successful offensive outing.
You guys have Alex Erickson, he's
ready to go. He'll play.
Did he return to practice?
He was back. Like I said, I'm so limited in those offensive practices watching him, but he was out there yesterday, and I know he was out there today. So he's expected to start the game and be ready to roll.
Did you guys get word on Steph's knee? Was it as serious as you had feared?
I haven't got the exact results back, but it doesn't look good at this point, so unfortunately for him, but he'll get the exacts, and he's trying to get the swelling out of it right now, and then we kind of move forward from there, is my understanding.
What about Michael Trotter?
Michael, he's good. Michael's okay. Yeah, he's ready to go. He's been at full steam at practice all week.
Just hadn't heard.
I agree. I kind of forgot he got twicked up in that game a little bit. He's been good at practice all week long.
Back-to-back road games. Do you guys feel like you're road warriors? Do you guys kind of get that?
That'd be nice if we could say that. We'll know more here in a couple days, I suppose. But these kids, they're excited to go on the road. They're excited to play at home. It's all part of the season, and we're far enough into it that now they should start embracing every moment, because it gets away from you quickly. And I think they are. I think they're excited to have an opportunity to be around each other and then go play another football game on the road, and then get through the rest of the season as we move forward.
Singled out Darius on both Monday and Tuesday for his play. When did you know that he could be the type of corner that he is, where teams almost don't even want to throw his way?
Yeah, well, last year I thought he really came into his own. When we shifted, the defense, it's a question of if a young man can handle man coverage, and mentally how he's going to adjust to that, physically how he's going to adjust to that, and he continued to adjust to it better and better as we went through last season, although we didn't play nearly as much man a year ago as we are this year. And I would say as we moved through the first three games of the year, even after the LSU game against quality wide receivers, I felt like he matched up very well, did a good job. But if you watch him work at practice, it's important to him to get better, focus on the little things, and he takes coaching very well. So I would say, you know, after a game or two this year, I felt like he could be a very, very talented young man, and I hope I'm saying that in 5 or 6 weeks, and I'll begin to say he may be approaching to be an elite kid in that position. But we got a long ways to go before we talk about that.
Can you just talk about that job Coach Aranda has done this year with the defense, given how much turnover there was from last year? Yeah,
I think that you know, Dave's done a great job with the defense, and so's the rest of the staff. I have a hard time just singling out a coordinator. Dave's done a great job, but it's all about all those guys on that defensive side. I think Coach Chad, Coach Strick, Coach Bush have all done very good jobs. You know, Dave's a great organizer. Dave's a great teacher, just like the rest of the guys are in that room. It was important for them to, you know, put a plan together to get the best 11 guys on the field, and then you mold what you are as a defense. And I think Coach Aranda and his staff have done a tremendous job with that. You know, he's proved year in and year out since I've been able to have him on my staff, and lucky to have him, and that he is you know, a quality coordinator, and he lets his coaches coach and he lets the players play, which is important.
When you brought him to Utah State, did Ed Lamb put you onto him in any way?
No. I've communicated with Ed a few times, but not about Dave. I communicated about maybe hiring Ed a couple times down the road in the past. You know, my biggest communication came with Dave, like I've said in the past, is when I met him at the camp. I saw he cared about kids, and I went to Coach Greg McMackin, who I have tremendous respect for, who was the head coach at Hawaii when Dave was there as the coordinator. And you know, he felt like that would be a natural progression to go, and it was quite a change for Dave to walk into our defense from what he had done. He was used to, you know, playing quarters coverage or whatever Coach McMackin was, and his beliefs, to now come into what we were. And you know, he is excited to learn it. And we meshed both of those defenses together at Utah State, and you kind of see, you know, the direction it changes every year, and he keeps molding it and does a great job.